So NARS has launched a brand new foundation. I had no idea this was even gonna launch, y'all. This is the NARS Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. I picked it up in the shade Cadiz. Now, a little bit about this formula, which is exciting, especially for my oily girls. It's a pore perfecting matte foundation with weightless and breathable serum-like texture. Key ingredients of dipeptide, which reduces skin's oiliness and decongest pores, and niacinamide, which smooths the skin's texture. And one of the biggest claims is 24 hours of oil control. So you guys, we're definitely going to do a wear test and see how it performs on the skin without any other primers or anything underneath to extend the wear. Now, I picked mine up from Sephora. Retails for $55, so it does have somewhat of a steep price tag. So we're going to see if this one is worth it. It did have 40 shades to choose from, which isn't bad. So if you want to see how I got this look and how the new NARS Longwear Foundation performs over the course of a day, and keep watching. Okay, socialites, so I've already moisturized my skin using the Clinique Moisture Surge 100-hour moisturizer. Per usual, when I do foundation reviews, I only use moisturizer underneath because I don't want primers to alter like wear time or even the finish of the foundation, which primers tend to do, okay? So here's the outer packaging, soft matte cardboard packaging, just like NARS always does, with the white logo on it. And here is the foundation, y'all. So it's a frosted glass bottle that says NARS on the front. You take the cap off and it does have a matte black pump on it. I picked up the shade Cadiz. I also got a sample of Macao, which is usually too dark for me, but this Macao looked a smidge lighter than the Macao in the NARS Natural Radiant, so I just wanted to test it out and see. In the store, I did try out Caracas, which gave me like a reddish hue, like a little bit too red. I could be red sometimes, but it was even too red for me. I tested it on my hand. Now, the shade range is pretty impressive with 40 shades to choose from, and it does go pretty deep. NARS typically does a good job at their shade range, so I'm gonna place Cadiz on this side and my sample of Macao on this side, so you guys can see it's a little deep. But let's go ahead and take one pump. There we go. Seems to be on a thinner side. Oh, it is a thin consistency. I would prefer this to be like a half a shade deeper to be my perfect shade, especially after I finish my powders and everything. I can get away with it. I do prefer a little bit deeper though. So Macao on the other side. Yeah, this Macao is definitely lighter than the Macao in Natural Radiance. This formula is medium coverage, but honestly, this shade gives me full coverage. So it's most likely buildable, just like a lot of their other foundations are, which is why I love NARS foundations. That's what I use on my clients. Yes, y'all. I love the way Macao looks. Macao would be perfect for me. I might even exchange this Cadiz for Macao. Most likely that's what I'm gonna do, to be honest. So let me take a little bit of Macao and put it on top of Cadiz. Definitely buildable coverage. I would say this is medium to full coverage. I can see it starting to dry down to the matte finish, but it's not like a dry matte, which is usually what I'm afraid of with matte foundations. I like a little bit more sort of radiance or luminosity to my foundation. It does really smooth over my pores too, makes them look a little bit smaller and closed in. My problem area is like right here. I usually have to go in with a primer to do that. I'm gonna highlight with my NARS concealer in the shade Walnut. A bit on the golden side, and I think that's why I don't wear this concealer so much, because I prefer a neutral shade under eye rather than like golden. And I'm gonna put a drop of my Estee Lauder Double Wear in the inner corner just to brighten. And both of these, the NARS concealer and the Estee Lauder, are full coverage and matte. So that's why I wanted to use something like this to keep that same like matte full coverage energy. I'm gonna take my BK Beauty Hot and Flashy concealer brush and go ahead and blend the deepest shade first. You know what this foundation reminds me of, and we definitely need to see after the wear test, is the original Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. That's what this formula is reminding me of. How thin it is, how much coverage you get, and how matte it is reminds me of that one. Their new formulation of Estee Lauder Double Wear has launched, y'all. I did go in store and test out some of the shades. You guys should have seen that video right before this one in the shop with me video. Contouring with my Tarte Sculpt Tape wand. This one's in the shade Deep Bronze. For my loose setting powder, I'm going to use my Ami Colé Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Something a little bit more hydrating because this formula is matte. I don't want to use like a super matte powder. Now this is a powder that usually melts right into my skin, and it's sort of sitting on top, which is fine because I can always put a setting spray or finishing spray just to kind of help melt it in, which is what I'm gonna do. So that's telling me just how matte this formula is. I'm gonna fill in my brows with my Merit pencil. And this one's in the shade Dark Brown. NARS bronzer in Laguna 6. For the eyes, I'm going to use the NARS Orgasm eyeshadow palette. I think this was a limited edition from like a couple years ago. So I'm going to use a combination of these colors. This is a really nice everyday palette. When this first came out, y'all, I was obsessed. I think this particular year, this was like my favorite palette from that year. I can't remember what year that was. And I love when I don't have to go into another palette for like transition or crease shades. This palette literally gave me everything I needed to complete the look, which was a plus. For blush, I'm going to use my NARS All That Glitters palette. And I'll probably do a combination of these two shades here. I'm actually glad I pulled out this palette today, because when I did the shop with me video at Sephora, the new YSL powder blush shade looks almost like exactly like this. So that's one I'll probably pass on. It is gorgeous though. It looks pretty much exactly like this. For lips, I'm gonna take my Hourglass Balm in the shade Lucid. I think this will be like the perfect shade for that sort of sunsetty burnt orange cheek and lid we have. And it's on the sheer side, so it won't be like so pigmented that it's just too much color everywhere. Westman Atelier lip liner in the shade Mink. So it doesn't 100% dry down. Not bad though. So I'm gonna take my Gucci powder in the shade 11.5. And I wanna use this one because it doesn't deposit too much color or too much coverage. We have enough color and coverage already. I just wanna set it down so that it doesn't transfer. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. Just a little bit to brighten under eye and smooth a little bit. And this is the final look, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and do a wear test. No setting sprays, because a lot of the finish and setting sprays do help the makeup to last a couple hours longer. The spray that I use to sort of melt in the powders, this one doesn't help the makeup to stay any longer. It just sort of melts everything in. So it's now 2 2:15. So I'm gonna wear the foundation for the rest of the day, and then we'll check back in and see how it stood up. Okay, socialites, so I'm back. It is now 7:13 p.m. So it's right at 5 hours later, and this is what we have. Okay, so as you guys can see, let me zoom in a little bit. We have a little bit of shine, but it's not terrible, especially for 5 hours. So T-zone area right in here. And the most oil I have, or the most shine, is like right in here. Other than that, I feel like everything looks great. Now keep in mind, I have that sort of normal to combo skin type. So if you have straight up oily skin, you're definitely gonna be a lot shinier than what I am right now. So let's talk about the shade. Cadiz was definitely too light for me. I would definitely exchange Cadiz for Pkwy because this would be great for right now and it will carry me all the way through the summer. I picked up Cadiz because that's the shade that's like perfect for me in natural radiance. But in this natural matte longwear formula, Pkwy is definitely lighter. So if you wear Pkwy in, like I said, the natural radiance, just know you're gonna need to go a shade darker. I do like the fact that it didn't oxidize. The shade that it was earlier is what it remained. No real emphasis on fine lines and pores. In fact, it sort of smoothed over my pores a little bit. I usually have to put like a primer right in here and here to sort of close the pores a little bit, but the foundation sort of did that all on its own, which is one of the claims of the foundation. So I love that part. And it's one of those skincare sort of packed formulas that over time, it makes your pores look even better and better. So let's talk a little bit about who this foundation is for. In that I have normal combo skin, I think you'd definitely be okay if you have my skin type. I would still put on a good like oil controlling or mattifying primer just in the T-zone area, and you probably don't need a whole lot. I think if you have dry skin, depending on how dry your skin is, you might still be able to get away with this. It's not ultra matte. After you wear it for an hour or two, your natural oil starts showing through. It's not one of those formulas like some of the Danessa Myricks formulas where it just stays matte and gets increasingly matte over time. This lets your natural oil show through. So unless you have extremely dry skin, I think the dry skin girlies will be okay. And if you have oily skin, again, depending on how oily your skin is, I would still recommend using your favorite or best oil controlling primer before wearing this, and you'll probably be okay as well. Overall, I think it's a beautiful foundation, and I think the formula is really nice. I kept looking at myself throughout the day, and I like how like plump and juicy my skin looks and creamy, and this is just my type of foundation, to be honest. But I do have quite a few foundations that perform just like it too, you know what I mean? So comment down below, let me know what are your thoughts based on what you've seen today, or if you've tried it, let me know what you think. Everything I used in today's video, I'll have linked on the YouTube shopping tab or either in the description box. So be sure to check that out. And if you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.